Good evening, and welcome to Michiana Paranormal Investigations. My name is Jeff Price. Tonight we're coming to you from Mishawaka, Indiana, at the location of the Coney Express restaurant. We're here because there have been reports of paranormal activity, including noises being heard, such as voices, doors slamming, and voices of people around the restaurant when there's no one here. So we're going to do our investigation tonight and see what we find. So make sure you stay tuned. Here's a little behind the scenes action. Here's Sarah setting up our cameras.
Do we want 4?
I think we only have 3 that work.
Oh. Well, which one doesn't work?
The big one, which I'm not seeing.
They're not the same. Hello? Hello? Bueller?
Alright, the yellow one, this one.
Did one not fit into? No, yeah. No, you were right. I can't see this part. Yeah, like, it goes in and it twists. The box.
Oh, I got the line. I got 9.
Is this the one that's spiced?
How do you like that? Alright.
Oh, we'll see if it works. Right. Yeah, I think that's good.
Already the K2 meters going off, but
It's possible because there's a whole lot of electronics to it.
just right here. but it's just like a constant like 3. No, down here it kind of goes away. It's just over here. You guys want to do an EP session?
Sure.
It is March 5th. We're at the Coney Express in the back room, commencing EVP session 1. If there is anyone here, we have a little black box on the table here with a little red light, and if you want to tell us anything, you can speak into that and we'll be able to hear you through that. And next to it we have a gray box, and if you come towards it, it will go from green progressively to red. And if you could make your presence known by doing either of those things, we would be grateful. We don't mean no harm. We just want to talk to you. My sister had told me that a while ago she did a Ouija board back here, and if you have anything to do with that, could you tell us?
What is your name? And can you tell us what year it is? Were you here before the restaurant was here?
What ties you to this area? Well, if you have anything to say, now would be the time to say it. We're getting ready to wrap it up. Yeah, if you have anything else to say, just say it to the little red light. Or if you want to make your presence known, come towards the green light. And we're out.
That is weird.
Oh, that goes like, but then it stays.
Yeah.
Is that recording temperature changes?
No, this is K2 meter.
Just
K2.
electronic field.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird that it's in, wow.
Maybe there's something under the ground here.
Is there a subfloor? Is it just all like on concrete?
I have no idea, honestly.
Wow. Wow. I could see if it was doing that mostly overhead.
I have no idea what's underneath here. It could be like, the fuse box is right there, so.
Mm-hmm.
But even when I hook it up to the fuse box, it would go all the way to there. Over here's where the sign is, the screen door right here.
Was it normally open or normally closed when that happens? Or?
Well, I don't know how many times it goes. She just said the one time, but we usually leave it open. To the yellow, so we went back. Just like the Coney Express in Mishawaka. In the back by the office where the screen door has been reported to close on its own. If there's anyone with us and you'd like to make your presence known, you can either, there is my partner here is holding a gray box that is going from green to yellow as he moves it. If you want to make your presence known by going towards it, make it light up more. Or if you'd like to say something, I'm holding a black box with a red light. If you just want to talk into that red light, we'll be able to hear you. One of the employees here said that she was here by herself one night and the screen door here slammed shut on its own. Did you do that? What are your ties to that area here, this building, this restaurant, or the area it's on?
If you haven't yet told us your name, you could do that at any time.
Or if you have any information you'd like us to pass on to a loved one, or friends, or family, anything, you could just, like I said, speak into this red light, and we'll pass on that information.
You can come stand in front of this box. There's a green light on it. Let us know that you're here.
Or if you could make your presence known by making like a knocking sound like this. Are we bothering you? If so, we don't mean to. We just want to talk to you.
Now, we've said a couple of times what today's date is. Can you tell us what today's date is?
Do any of the employees that work here bother you? And if you don't feel like talking, if you want to answer, you can also, like I said, walk towards that green light and light up to red. If we're bothering you, you can, like I said, walk towards that green light, make the light up for us, and we'll be on our way. Well, our time for you is drawing to a close. If you have anything else to say, you can say into this red light. Or if you just want to let us know that you're here, like I said, walk towards that green light.
We got another bleep on it right after you said that. Was that you? Was that you again? That was twice. Can you make the light go off one more time, please?
We really thank you for.
Thank you.
If that's you, could you say something to the recorder? We don't need to be after much. Do you have anything to do with either me doing the Bloody Mary experiment in the bathroom, or my sister doing a Ouija board in the back room? Alright. Would you like us to go? Would you like us to stay? Well, if
It was like three more bleeps since the first three.
well, we thank you for making your presence known. Again, if you want to make a knocking sound on anything, on the door or on the walls or anything. If that was you, which I don't think it was, I heard a tiny little knocking. I don't know if it's car out there. If that was you, could you do that again? Just a little knock on a screen door, here on any of the walls, or something. Well, our time here is drawing to a close. If you have anything else to say, you can say in the report. And we'll be on our way.
What's that door do if you move the stop out of the way? Does it slam?
It's opening on the bottom, I'm not sure. It's kind of
Oh, it's like
It's still kind of solid there, isn't it?
Could you make the door close again for us? Well, I've said it a couple other times, but if you have nothing else to say, we'll be on our way. Put that back from the leak here. Yeah, it's probably from this leak.
You want to slip in it?
Yeah, watch. Water. The employee equals extra light bill.
I know. And then it kind of moved back, so I wasn't sure if I was actually seeing something.
Well, has that been recording like since it's been plugged in, or? Okay,
Mhm.
so then you should be able to go back.
Yeah,
through
we'll
it.
actually do it.
Was it after I was back there adjusting it?
Everybody was up here because it was when he was doing his introductions.
Oh,
Well,
Because
yeah,
I was
'cause
sitting,
you
I
were
was sitting
in
on the
corner.
floor over here and I was watching the cameras.
All right, it's right here, 2147-14. You're gonna see it. Looks like it starts
come
about
over
right
here.
here, and then
It's
jets
on.
across. See it?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
do
then,
it
and then it like disappears.
I missed it. Do it again.
Back here. again, 2147. Or 2114, I'm sorry. Or 4714, I think.
Yeah. So
And
It was like there was two of them.
Yeah.
There was like one right after another.
right.
one.
And he slowed it down too. You went over here to see?
I'll go sit. There it is. Yeah.
Right there.
Right there. Mm-hmm.
And because it looks like it starts about right here,
Mm-hmm.
jets across, and as soon as it hits the door frame, now whether because this is a white wall and the IR is projecting it and making
Right.
it go dark, I mean, I'm not quite sure. But it looks like it just disappears right into the... So and if it started, I mean, if it was further over, you know, in front of here, we would see it right here.
Right.
But you don't. It's like it starts
came
right
out
here.
of nowhere, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm personally not a big believer of orbs, but I mean, I can't, I don't think it's dust. And we've seen it a couple times, I don't have the exact numbers it was at, but a couple times, and it's always in the same spot, it goes across.
Really? Wow.
So I'm not, I don't know.
There was quite a few in here, but you kind of expect a little bit because there's more carpet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's concrete floor back here, but
Yeah.
carpet in here, so you kind of expect a little bit of dust, so.
Right.
And then occasionally here you'll see some dust look through, but nothing, but. It was green a second ago, now it's. See, when I go further down,
Yeah.
it disappears.
Is
It,
that
go,
what
it goes crazy. And if you go like all the way on the floor,
And this is concrete floors.
yeah.
Spheres.
Where's the EMF? Did we grab an
I don't
EMF?
think we did. As you can see, when we're here with the K2 meter, when you get further up, it goes about halfway, and then it goes to back down to green. And as you get lower to the ground, it goes all the way to red down there. So, give your flashlight.
Yeah, I turned it on already, I just.
So we go, let me see if I can set it up. Yeah, so we get a 14.7 on the floor here. So move it over here.
It is really high.
$16, $22, $20. What?
70? What's down there?
Oh, we're gonna keep finding out here. Okay, so it goes down. Looks like it's.
I'm gonna grab the other one and see if we get the same reading with
Okay.
the other K2.
But now it's dying out. Oh, it's coming back up again. And it goes down to. There's a 0 right there. So whatever it is, it's right. It should go back down too. See, it says 0. As you push it over, it's about right here is where it will spike. It's weird how it's not constant.
Mm-mm.
But if we go further away, it's still high, but it's not. If we go further this way.
If there's somebody here with us, can you make those numbers go all the way to 0? Can you make those numbers go down?
Can't see it.
Need a flashlight. Okay, keep bringing them down. Go to 3.1. Take it down to 3.1. No. You almost had it. Go down to 3.1.
Are we?
The EMF is not moving. Those numbers shouldn't be fluctuating like that.
No, it shouldn't. But it's weird. It's only in this one because when you get outside
But we
here,
didn't try any other place in the floor either.
No, but
Like over there. What about by the back door?
I remember there's an electrical panel right here, so this should go crazy. Yeah. Unless there's conduit running underneath the floor.
Yeah, but it's gonna be farther underneath the concrete.
Yeah, because this will. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17, 20. I bet you there's got to be some sort of conduit that's running back and forth. There's got to be.
And with those high readings like that, then that would make somebody feel like somebody was in there with them and could even hear something possibly.
Absolutely. Wow.
The K2 was fluctuating a little bit when you had it over by your foot. No, it's not doing it.
It's cold right here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's whatever it is coming from that panel underneath, and then it's probably going out to the restaurant. But why would you not run to the grid ceiling, or
Just depends on when the building was built and how many different stores have been in
Right.
this building.
Alright,
Is
so
that the conduit up there, though? I bet that is.
That's a cable
Is it-
wire. This wire right here?
No, I was thinking the molding could have been like to hide the wires, but
Oh, I think it's just molding.
yeah, it's just molding.
Let's go try the back hallway. It's weird. Look at this. Is this battery going dead? Because when I move it over,
No, it's not gonna, if battery's going dead, it would only go to that. You want a different K2?
grab a different K2 meter.
Okay.
5.1, 0.6. See, again, there's got to be something in the floor. Because we're going getting it. There has to be something in the floor because I'm getting a 31 on the floor here. It's 31, so if I move it, it goes down. But right in the center.
Is that one blinking over there?
Mm-hmm. It's again, it's right in this one spot right here is where it'll get up to about 27 and stop. When you move it further away or around, it'll drop it down to 10 or so.
Look.
Yeah, there's gotta be something on the floor. Well, let's try that back row.
Which there's water on the floor
What?
from.
Fridge?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, it's on the,
Oh, it's on your cord.
it's on the corner.
It'll be alright as long as it's not on the end of the cord. What?
It's not like dripping from a hose.
Oh, you want to stand here a minute because I only got 3 minutes left. I'll go get the other battery. Unless you have it on you.
That's plugged into the wall.
What?
It's plugged into the wall.
Oh, I'll go get it.
So we're in the back room here again, and we were looking at the video on the DVR system. When we were back here earlier, you saw a ton of dust come out of this area right here and start flowing across the camera. So we're trying to figure out what was causing it. Was it one of us moving that caused the air moving? Was it an event that kicked on? And as you can tell back here, the only way things that possibly could create air would be one, be the door, but there's no breeze coming through here at all. I mean, you can feel it's colder, but there's no breeze. There's an air return vent up here, but I'm not feeling any air coming out of it right now. And then you got a cooler here, and then there's one right behind the camera, off in the corner there.
Let me go grab a walkie so
Okay.
they can let us know if they see it.
Surely you guys would have noticed if it kicked on.
Yeah, or you'd hear it or something.
Yeah.
And I don't, like, you can feel air moving, but not, it's not like a blast of wind to your face, but you can feel it moving. I'm just curious to figure out what. And then earlier we were trying to look at the outlet over there, and our EMF detector was going off the chart. It was topping at 200, which at that point the meter just goes to 1 because there's no numbers for the 200 plus. And so we're thinking that something with the electrical right there, maybe the transformer. It's old wiring. It's hard to tell, but I think that whatever the feeling that you're getting back in this area here could be related to the air moving and possibly to the outlet that's over there. So that's something we're gonna have to let the owners know we found. This food's back here to make me hungry.
Well, what's on the, is it salt on the floor?
I think it's from this.
You think it's from this? Or no?
No, I don't. Because the camera's right here. And it looks like it was coming this way, and I mean,
Like from behind the door?
well, coming across or down this way. I don't think it was coming from the door.
It looked like it really looked like it was coming from the corner, or like, you know, right in front of this shelf. But I mean,
But I don't.
it didn't look like it was coming from the door to me.
Mm-mm.
It was like in this direction, like
Just
towards
kind of bags and,
yeah. I mean, even if that would do it, it's not like we were shaking stuff around
no,
back here.
nobody stand there
Yeah.
shaking anything.
Oh, I'm freezing back here.
What else it could be?
I don't know either.
Anything yet?
Nothing. There was a bunch there, but that was coming from a different direction.
Back here though?
Yeah, now that's pretty much coming from the same direction as some there.
So you're going this way?
So you're seeing it go by right now?
Yes,
Is it coming from over here?
Which direction?
left to right.
No, you were right the first time.
Yes, that way.
Where's that? Are you sure that vent's not on?
There's no air coming out of that. I mean, you feel air moving, but it's not. Unless it's coming from the coolers.
But it wouldn't do that though. And you didn't stir anything up. She left. You stood there for a minute or two and then moved off, and then that's when we got it.
Right.
So,
Oh.
are you still seeing it?
No, it stopped a little while ago.
I can't explain it.
Like there's air coming from the coolers, but it wouldn't make it blow this way.
Yeah,
Right, yeah. And there's not a cool over here, right?
Yeah. You know, just like air like seeping out, kind of the tops.
There's nothing over here either.
See if they want to come back here again.
Sure. That water freaks me out. I don't ever want to fall. I'm tired of, I'm terrified of falling again.
And we tried moving the air around, and
Right.
you said nothing happened. And then we were sitting still, it happened. So I
I
don't.
picked up a towel and shook it.
Yeah, I saw that, and
Yeah.
it did nothing, or at least it wasn't showing anything.
If you guys want to go back and see if you guys can try to debunk it. Maybe there's something we're missing.
What do you think about that blood?
It's like two wires that hook up to, like it comes out with the black and red, and the yellow wire.
It is, we'll go back here. I'll go back here. If you wanna stand there and then kind of walk out briskly.
You ready?
Yeah.
Drafts or anything?
Well, I can feel a draft when you're close to the floor, but it's like it's coming from back here, not so much here.
It didn't actually look like it was coming down, right? Was it down
looked
or was
like-
it more
It looked like it
across?
was more across, because it was coming right in front of the camera, right in front of the camera. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, and it didn't actually come from that direction. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
But that going on.
Can I see the flashlight?
Okay, sure, baby.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. It's toasting it. Anything back there, Betty?
Mm-mm. I looked to see if like maybe the grid, if something, like one of the grid panels was a little loose, and maybe it was blowing down and across, but it doesn't even look like any of the grid's out. Middle of the water softener, but, you know, what could that possibly kick out?
Nothing.
I mean, unless there's anything involved.
Right, right. I don't know where it comes of.
Okay, it's got real cold again. So there's gotta be a draft or something like right now coming through. Yeah.
Damn it. That's what you get for kicking it old school.
Well, the only other lighter I have is like a torch lighter, so.
Candle.
Oh, yeah. I have to throw it on the first off. Sometimes they make those little things of tough powder and stuff, so they should get more colors.
There's nothing. It's like,
Yeah, it's dead,
Yeah.
actually.
yeah,
It's-
it's
there's-
right over there.
There's a little bit of breeze coming through here, like around in this area, maybe going out that way. But right around here, it's dead.
So you don't feel anything right here?
I feel more over there than I do here.
But up here.
I'm gonna grab a K2 meter.
I mean, it feels warmer up here. But I don't actually feel any air movement.
It stopped here again, because it was like flowing right through that way and it stopped.
That's weird. Because it's like it comes from nowhere.
Yeah.
To nowhere.
That's why I thought there has to be something, either there's a hole somewhere.
And we tried a few times too.
Well, I wanted to check out what's over here. What is this?
There's something over there.
I don't know. Never. Well, curious.
There's gotta be some reason.
Check the water.
I'll let your hand like right here.
Yeah, you think it'd light up? Did it drop off when you got closer to that? It kinda did. Weird.
Was it after I was back there adjusting it?
Everybody was up here because it was when he was doing his introductions.
Oh,
Well,
Because
yeah,
I was
'cause you
sitting,
were
I was sitting
in
on the
corner.
floor over here and I was watching the cameras.
All right, it's right here, 2147 14. you're gonna see it. Looks like it starts
come
about
over
right here, and then
It's
jets
on.
across. See it?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then it like disappears.
I missed it, do it again.
Again, 2147. Or 2114, I'm sorry. Or 4714, I think.
Yeah, so
And
It was like there was two of them.
Yeah.
There was like one right after another.
right.
one.
And he slowed it down too. You went over here to see?
I'll post it. There it is. Yeah.
Right there.
Right there. Mm-hmm.
And because it looks like it starts about right here,
Mm-hmm.
jets across, and as soon as it hits the door frame, now whether because this is a white wall and the IR is projecting it and making
Right.
it go dark, I mean, I'm not quite sure. But it looks like it just disappears right into the... So And if it started, I mean, if it was further over, in front of here, we would see it right here,
Right.
but you don't. It's like it starts
came
right
out
here.
of nowhere, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm personally not a big believer of orbs, but I mean, I can't, I don't think it's dust. And we've seen it a couple times, I don't have the exact numbers it was at, but a couple times, and it's always in the same spot, it goes across.
Really?